predictions, Group H team breakdown and predictions, and it is around 3 months to World Cup football. This is Group H with amazing teams like Spain, Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde, Uruguay, and other teams as well. Because some of these teams have performed quite well in the previous World Cups. Spain was close to qualifying for a historic World Cup feature. They are close to going to the semi-finals, but they are knocked out at quarterfinals. Spain is looking forward to go further than that. Saudi Arabia impressed all of us in the last World Cup. They beat Argentina like 2-1 or something like that, and they were knocked out in the group stage. Saudi Arabia is planning to go further in the World Cup as well. Cape Verde has qualified for the first World Cup in quite a long time. Uruguay is back in the World Cup. I don't think they... Yeah. Uruguay is back in the World Cup. They had a disappointing World Cup 2022. They were knocked out in the group stage. Yeah. So again, this is a very tight group, and we'll start with Spain. Spain, the Nations League runners-up. They lost to Portugal on a narrow performance, and Spain is heading into this World Cup as the highest advancing team in this group, who has gone further in the last World Cup, because no one has gone further than Spain has in the 2022 World Cup. Spain was knocked out in the quarterfinals, as I mentioned before. Spain have an amazing midfield. The attack is good quality attack, like on Olmo, other strikers as well, and the midfield have midfielders, mainly Barcelona midfielders like Pedri, Gavi, and all those other. The attack, they have a star attack called Yamal as well. Yeah, goalkeeper, they have a good attacking goalkeeper. Raya is a starting goalkeeper in the national team. And what else can I mention? Yeah, so in this group, they face against Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, and Cape Verde. Where do I think Spain will go? I think this World Cup, Spain has enough quality to go to semi-finals. Yeah, I feel like Spain will be runners-up in this World Cup. They'll go to the final and be runners-up. They'll lose in the final. That is called quality of Spain, and I think Spain will top this group with 9 points as well. They have the quality to win all the games. I think they can even rotate that squad and draw some games or narrowly beat some teams, because it's not a must for Spain to play their A team every match, because of they're not playing difficult oppositions as well. Yeah. Yeah. So that's for Spain, and so for Spain, most likely they play a rotated 11, game in, game out. They'll be more rested than other big teams have been, and that will help them to push to the final as well, because not like they were playing the A team game in, game out. That's if they wanted to be efficient as well. Yeah. So next up is Cape Verde. Cape Verde have qualified for the first World Cup. It's a historical moment for the African nation. Cape Verde did well in the AFCON 2020, the one that was held in Ivory Coast, and for them to qualify for World Cup, it shows that their nation on a rise as well, and it might be a bit controversial as well, but I may be wrong, just the same way how I was wrong for the Suriname But even though Suriname performed quite well, I give Suriname a good performance, a good shout out for that. They did not lose to Bolivia by a huge scoreline. They lost by 2-1 scoreline. So looking at that aspects as well, Cape Verde can do quite well in this World Cup if they believe in themselves. The Uruguay is underperforming quite. They have underperformed the last World Cup. They disappointed themselves. Yeah, so Uruguay had a World Cup with South Korea, Portugal, Ghana. That was a tough group, and this time they're playing with the easier group as well. So where will Uruguay plays as well? With Cape Verde, they have a lot of talent, potential-wise, yes, and most likely for this World Cup, if they impress, if they do quite well, they can pass through the group stage, but they'll be knocked out in the round of 32. Yeah. Next up is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is another nation on the rise. The league has been adding foreign best players, and that might help the Saudi best players to play well in, I guess, in the World Cup as well. So Saudi Arabia is a nation on the rise. You all remember it from the nation that beat Messi 2-1, and it's a hard team to play against. So Saudi is an incredible Arabian side, and they qualified for the World Cup. Obviously, last time out. Yeah, so Saudi produced one of the biggest shocks in the FIFA World Cup history. They defeated the eventual champions 2-1 in the opening Group C match, although they failed to advance past the group, losing to Poland and Mexico. The historical opening win was a historical high point for Saudi Arabia, and hopefully for this World Cup they can improve from that high point as well. I think for this World Cup, Saudi Arabia can grab some points here and there. Will they win a game in this group stage? Most likely not, but they'll only lose one game. I feel like they will lose one game, and they'll send a lot of shocks. Yeah, so for Saudi Arabia, I'm predicting a 2 points for Saudi Arabia, 2-3 win for Saudi Arabia, 2-3 goal defense, goal attack, yeah, 2-3, and will Saudi Arabia advance past the group stage? I don't think so. They will not be the third best team runners. Yeah, they will not be the best place team, but they'll shock some teams. They really get some shocking performances. It is a step up from how they played in the World Cup 2022, and yeah. Next up is Uruguay. Uruguay is the last team we're doing for this group. Uruguay is a South American team. They have players like Cavani, Luis Suarez, and other players as well like Valverde. Valverde has been a maestro in Madrid's midfield. They also have centre backs like Araujo and other centre backs as well. Yeah, so Uruguay is a experienced side, a very, very experienced side, playing in European competitions and how to play against European teams, and that could help them out in this World Cup as well. But the performance in the last World Cup 2022 has been disappointing. Yes, they were put in a group of death, but they only managed to get one draw, one loss, one draw, one win, and that's what made them to finish third behind Portugal and South Korea. Yeah, They could have easily finished second, by the way, but they didn't. Yeah, so it was some shock result, and if they can finish third in that group, that begs me to ask, where will Uruguay finish in an easier group like this? Because Cape Verde, I feel like they'll underestimate Cape Verde. Yeah, and Saudi Arabia, they'll underestimate Saudi Arabia, and they could get some growth here and there, but I'm I'm seeing Uruguay having the worst performance in the World Cup so far. It could be worse than the 2022 World Cup, and I'm not seeing Uruguay qualifying for the group stage, the qualifying past the group stage. Most likely they'll be knocked out in the group stage. They'll finish fourth. I'm saying 1 point, but obviously these are pre-predicted World Cup predictions. We'll obviously do a better prediction towards the end. Yeah, so I think that wraps it up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video and the stream, and I'll be out. See you guys next time.